Hello! This is a new series. It's basically a survival video to show you what you should do when you first start on Minecraft. I did one other video like this and it didn't turn out so well, so I'm gonna see how this one goes. Mostly because I completely did not plan on the other one. So, first thing you're going to want to do, basically, or at least what I do, when you first start off, is get wood. Wood is probably the most important part of the entire game. There is probably nothing more important. Wood gives you everything. Torches, crafting table. So, first thing you want to do is get wood. Now, a good supply would be 100 wooden planks, not logs. About 100 things, maybe around 20-30 pieces of logs, actual log sections, but you don't need that much, but you may want to get that much, especially if you're making a wooden house. And wherever you, at least on the very first night, don't take too long to make a house or any of that. Start doing everything right away. Another thing you might want just in case is pork chops. Right now, don't have a furnace, but you can actually eat them raw. And you're gonna want pork chops, probably. Just in case, for food. Oh, and if you see any cows, like I just saw a couple, hold on. Okay, right. You're gonna want to try and at least get some leather to get some protection that you might possibly be able to get. And another important thing, this is a little harder with the 1.7 update, not making it so you have to have shears to get a good amount of wool from sheep, but you want to find it like around 3 sheep and try to get some wool from them, because it'll be a lot easier to spend the night if you have some wool. And I believe different colored wool will work if you use all of it on a bed. So, and then what you're also going to want to do is get coal. Of course, unless you've started out pretty well, you're probably not going to end up starting off with a pickaxe and some other things. So what you can do, which I will show you when I get there, is if you can get only a pickaxe for that, but it won't be a very good pickaxe. You're going to want to you can make a furnace. If you can at least make a furnace, then you can then put on the bottom of the furnace where the coal would normally go, you can actually burn wooden planks. And then if you put those there, and if you burn logs, as in logged wood, it'll give you charcoal, which is basically like coal, but it was made with the logs. So I'm just gonna get this last tree over here. I can start making a basic house. Ooh, and that right there is good luck. I'm gonna have to get that with the pickaxe that I'm going to have to make. See, normally you do not start off with coal, so I'm still gonna show you how to make charcoal. But that is also very lucky for me. Normally, you don't see coal very much on the outside. So, okay. So, also, it's not important, and it's not actually very needed, but it wouldn't be a bad idea to get the saplings from the trees, because then wherever you build your house, you can replant them, and you can once they're grown, you can use them for more wood, and then that tree will give you more saplings and so on, blah blah blah. So it's always good to have trees. Hello, Mr. Cow. Okay. One more cow. There we go. I think I'm gonna have enough for, at very least, some leather shoes. So yes, so see, I have 5 saplings, which I will be able to hopefully grow them. If you gain bones, you can instantly grow trees, but that's not very important, or for the time being. Stupid pigs. Okay. Over here seems like a good spot. It's got kind of lookout place. Plus, it looks nice. Plus, I have no rhyme or rhythm to where I'm picking, so I just kind of like it because it's near the water. I normally like houses kind of like that. Probably easy-ish to defend if you put it near water. Because, yeah, monsters can go in the water, but it may take them a little longer, and blah, blah, blah. It's going to clear this area out a little. Okay. So, this isn't going to be the best house because it is... I have limited supplies, and I'm partially saving some of this wood to make charcoal and other things. So this is going to be a very basic house. Basically, just for the first night, you don't have to go big unless you have a ton of wood. Of course, I've done that, but unless you have a ton of wood, you do not need to make a gigantic house, because houses probably, do the math in your head. If you have a 10 by 10 house, times that by, multiply that by, like, some number, however high your house is going to be. Most of the time, your player is only 2 blocks high. So you don't need to go fancy on this once again, unless you have a ton of wood and time. So you just basically just need a 2 block tall house with a third, and at the 3rd level just a little roof. Once again, you want to preserve as much wood as you can for this. So covering my roof. Now, real quick, I'm going to make a crafting table. 1 planks, fill up the whole thing. So I can make myself a door, which I need more wood for that. Remember, if you plan on using charcoal, try not to use up all your wood. It's just basically like that, in the shape of a wooden door. And oops. There we go. My door there. And now it's going to become night pretty soon. And so I have nothing. That makes real quick. I'm gonna see if I can somehow try and go and get some stone if I can, so I can show you guys how to make charcoal and everything else. You just need 8 pieces of stone to make a furnace, so there we go. And There. I have 8. It is starting to become night. I'm gonna head back to my small little lakeside house. Let's start making some charcoal, because nights are not fun when it's dark. And I'm just gonna give some decoration to hit this place. Pretty flower. Okay, so now this is basically a beginner video, so if you don't know how to do this stuff, it's kind of helpful. If you already do, then yeah, this is basically how you make a furnace. All the blocks around an empty space. Put my furnace over here. So to make charcoal, you put your wood in here, you put your wooden plank here, and so now it's going. You can see it's becoming darker. You make charcoal. Ta-da! And you may know this, but in order to make a torch, it's just a lunk of coal or charcoal on top of a stick. You have torches. It's also not required, but it's not a bad idea to put a torch on the one torch on the outside house, because monsters tend to stay away from light because they spawn in the darkness. Yeah. So now I'm going to quickly try and see if I can make a bed, with which once again you need wooden planks. You put 3 wooden planks on the bottom. You take your wool, put all your wool 3 on the top, and makes a bed. Now, I don't know if it's true, but I heard that there is this glitch, or I don't know what you want to call it, but when you're sleeping, even if your door closed, even if it's sealed up tight, monsters can wake you up from sleeping. So I think they said if it's near the edge, so I'm just gonna try it and see what happens. Good. May not happen in the first couple of nights, but sometimes that will happen, and it's very annoying. If it ever happens, monsters wake you up in the middle of sleeping, try moving the position of your bed where it is on the ground. It may solve your problem. And it may not, but it's not the point. Okay. So I'm going to go over and quickly see if I can find that coal again. So once again, charcoal, coal, all that stuff is very important. See if I can find it. Second day, once you have your house, either you're making touch-ups to your house, getting more wood, or finding things that you probably need to spend the night. On the next couple of days, you can start actually doing something that's important that you want to do. But the first couple nights, you probably want to get resources and things so you don't keep dying every time you try to walk outside your house. See, so again, some coal. And this actually is a map seed, but if you guys really want to know what it is, I can give it out later, but for now, it's not that important. Goodness. Very nice, though. Starts out with a lot of coal. Actually, this is pretty uncommon. Start out with just a big lump of coal sitting out in the middle of nowhere. Normally this won't happen. Normally you have almost no stuff and it'll be wandering around in caves. If you really cannot find any coal, then once again make charcoal. It's a little bit of a waste of wood, but it gets you through the night, basically. So now I'm going to go and I am going to see if I can get some more wood. Actually, you know what? I think it's probably time for the video to end. So it's gonna end it pretty soon. So this is basically how to spend your first night and how to survive. If you cannot find coal, make charcoal, all this other stuff.